Welcome to Omnibroslive. We're here.
We are? We're live?
Yeah, we're live.
Holy moly. What's up, man?
Okay, here we are. Omnibros Live on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can tell by what the topic was, we don't have a topic. So this is going to be the fun show because we are never short of opinions on stuff. So first, how are you, Lou?
I'm good, man. We're all good over here. How about yourself and your family?
Good, good. How's the baby doing?
The baby is doing well. I can't handle the fact that she's getting bigger every single day, and she's already a week old, which is just it blows my mind how quick it goes.
Well, just so you know, today is National Meth Awareness Day.
Oh,
So make sure your baby knows
all right. I will inform her of that.
not to do meth.
Yes, yes. I don't think that'll be a problem.
And InStockTrades.com is our fabulous sponsor,
That's right.
where you can get your collected editions sometimes up to 65% off. There are several good books this week that were 50% off. There's always 2% discount code for loyalty tacked onto that. At the end of every month, like last Monday, we give away a $50 gift card courtesy of InStockTrades.com. Good for $50 worth of credit at InStockTrades.com. If you order $50 or more worth of books, you get free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. OmniDog reading Kirkman. Who the hell is this? All I want for Christmas is more comics written by Henry Abrams.
Which,
How dare you, sir?
realistically speaking, if you get into comics, you won't have money for meth. So it works out. You know, it works out.
What am I doing in that picture? It looks like I'm flipping out, I guess.
Who knows? I mean, the cult of OmniDog has kind of died down in the last few
Yeah, it
months.
sort of has.
You notice that?
I have. Yeah, there are fewer Omni dogs in the chat. It's a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Henry Abrams writing a Walking Dead spinoff.
Please no.
Tasty Melon said he was second, but I think he was actually first. I don't see anybody before you, Tasty Melon.
Can we? Okay, real quick. Can we talk about what is going on with Sarah Pacelli? What has she done, Marvel?
What's the latest? Is it that book by Steve Orlando?
Yes. Why are they doing this to her?
What I forget what the book is.
Scarlet Witch.
Oh, God, that's right. I was so excited, and then I found out who was writing it.
What are they doing to this poor woman? Like, over the last few years, it's like, yeah, they're just throwing an anchor at her every time she has a new book.
She could legit be just a cover artist. I think she's so good.
She's great. She was fantastic on that Bendis Ultimate Spider-Man run. She was fantastic. Yeah. Now they've got her working with Henry Abrams, and Steve Orlando, who can't write an interesting plot to save his life.
Well, he did write a good Midnighter book, and then after that, I'm hard pressed to find anything else good to say about him. Nothing personal, Steve. Peace and love, peace and love. I'm sure you're a good husband, father, whatever you are. Oh, Sonny, who won the gift card, says, holiday chat? I'm on holiday in London, my hometown.
Oh, nice.
I decided to splash out after winning the IST $50 gift card. Peace and love. I like that. Splash out. That's a good, I like that. Splash out. I'm going to go splash out. It must mean shed some dosh.
That's a really good one.
Outlaw Southpaw, how you doing? True graphic novel fan, how are you doing, buddy? Probably drank some ranch soda. Is that what? That could be what that picture's from. You're kind of late, Jesse. Say what? Usually you're first.
Mm-hmm.
True graphic novel feels the same way. He feels sorry for Sarah.
She doesn't deserve that. She deserves better writers.
Yeah, tickle the like button, folks.
So music news: Christine McVie died.
Yeah,
Fleetwood Mac.
I saw that.
Holy crap!
Terry says Chuck Norris Texas Ranger series, his sidekick passed away. I don't know who that is.
No. Christine McVie is the bigger thing.
Yeah. Also, Robert Crumb's wife, Aileen Kaminsky Crumb, died.
This is a rough year. We've had a lot of deaths in pop culture this year, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still stand by. I think Rumors is a perfect album. I don't think there's one bad song on Rumors.
That was the big album. I can't remember when it was in high school, but that was the one. There was always one album every year that everybody had. Like my senior year, it was Frampton Comes Alive. And then Rumors was another one that everybody had.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was more around my sophomore, maybe junior year.
Yeah, I love hearing the behind the scenes stuff to it because they hated each other.
Yeah, it sounds like they fought a lot.
They hated each other at that point recording the album. And I'm like, how did you come up with all this? And you guys just despised each other at that point.
Yeah, I was reading that today in her obit. Rael, greetings. Thank you for joining us. You thought what was Rumors?
McVie, I think.
Oh, you thought it was just Rumors that she died? Oh, okay. Yeah. Pressure of being first was too much. I'm just happy to be here. I get it. William Lee, good evening. I have not seen this, but I assume you have?
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. I think Marvel should just focus on doing these one-offs from now on with an occasional show here and there. Because I think the one-off stuff has been stronger than a lot of the TV show stuff.
Werewolf by Night was amazing.
This is my favorite thing Marvel's put out this phase. I loved Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, it had everything.
It was perfect. It was fantastic.
Terry's going to splash out. I haven't seen it yet. Terry's going to splash out by getting Spleeper Omnibus and Black Hammer 4 Library Edition.
Mm-hmm.
Good choices. Oh, yeah. Irene Cara died. Very famous voice. All of my pre-orders have been delayed. That is the way.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Also, zombie virus in Antarctic found 400,000-year-old frozen next pandemic. What?
That just sounded like you just threw a whole bunch of words together.
It could be true is the way also I look at it.
You know what, man? At the rate things are going, just go for it.
That'd be amazing if that was true. Let's see. I saw this today, too. It should also be noted that Peter David's health has apparently taken a significant turn for the worse. Again, for whom there's been a medical expense crowdfunder underway. I did see that. I saw that in our chat that Gio posted that it doesn't look good. It sounds like he's got a lot of things wrong.
This is unfortunately, and really unfortunately, this is kind of the reality of the Golden Age guys and not Golden Age, the Silver Age guys. They're starting to kind of, getting up there, that Silver and Bronze Age.
Yeah, I feel like he was more of a Bronze Age writer into the modern age.
Yeah, they're starting to get up there in age, so we're going to start seeing over the years.
Well, yeah, this has been if they had like they do at the Oscars or the Emmys where they have at the very end of the show, all the people that have passed, if they did that for comics, it would be a lot of people on that end scene where, who we've lost.
A lot of talent, man. It's a damn shame when you hear about that stuff. I mean, Peter David he hasn't crossed the mortal coil just yet, but it's not looking great. I'm wishing him the best. When you think about Peter David, you think about so many great stuff. His Hulk run is legendary. Everybody talks about that Hulk run. Spider-Man 2099, that was his baby. Spider-Man 2099 was my bag. I loved Spider-Man 2099. Such a fun series.
X Factor.
Uh-huh. That went on for a very long time in one way, shape, or form.
And he did a really good Supergirl run.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did a She-Hulk run. Yeah, did a She-Hulk run. And I remember back when I don't know if you remember this or knew about it, but back when before Image Comics, but it was right when those guys at Marvel were starting to puff their chests up and swagger around.
Yeah.
Peter David, I don't know how it happened, but I remember reading it through that old comic book newspaper that I used to get weekly. This was how I found my information out. Comic Buyer's Guide. That was like a newspaper thing that you'd get weekly. And for some reason there was sort of bad blood, lighthearted between Peter David and Todd McFarlane. So they set up a debate between them at maybe San Diego or something.
Wow.
And Peter David just eviscerated Todd McFarlane, just amazingly so, that to the point where Todd McFarlane even had to laugh at it himself.
That kind of reminds me of when Bendis and Kirkman went at it. The Kirkman Manifesto. Did you ever see that?
No.
Yeah, this was years ago. But it was kind of like, it was more of a friendly banter that they had. I forgot at what convention, but Bendis and Kirkman held a panel where Bendis took the side of you become an indie writer and then break through that way into the industry, and then you do Marvel books and you do well. Kirkman took the side of things are changing. What's going to end up happening for a lot of these guys is that they're going to start writing for Marvel and then go their own way and do Image comic books and do independent stuff where they get to own the rights to their stuff and they'll be able to sell it and they'll be able to do movies and things like that. Kirkman was very forward thinking about this stuff, and he was 100% right when you think about it. Because that's what's happening to a lot of guys. Think about Ed Brubaker. Brubaker got famous for doing the Marvel stuff and the DC stuff, and now him and Sean Phillips put out a graphic novel, twice a year, and that's what they put out.
At least. Oh, Duck Collector says YouTube that debate. McFarlane has his shirt off in that debate. That's funny. I didn't remember that.
Terry, I'm so sorry you had Guns N' Roses. Did you go? Because it's just sad watching Axl nowadays.
Wait, where was that?
821.
In Adelaide, Australia, we just had Guns N' Roses. Oh, maybe it was just two of them, Guns N' Roses. Live touring in Australia.
Axl is
Rick Remender as well.
Mm-hmm.
Brubaker and Phillips announced another new one. Okay, this joke is actually kind of funny. British bad joke of the day. Have you tried Viagra eye drops? They help you look hard. Sorry, holiday drinks.
I'll give you that one. That one was good.
That's
was really good.
I think that's funny.
That's a good one.
Yes, it's been a catastrophic year of comics adjacent industry losses.
Yeah.
So, Snow Angels Jeff Lemire hardcover going to be released soon. Is it any good? Yes, it is very good. If you'd like, I haven't done it yet. I do. That's what's coming up next for Kristen and I. Kristen and I reviewed some Lemire books a couple weeks ago, and then we're reviewing Snow Angels and Robin and Batman.
Oh, cool.
We haven't read Robin and Batman yet. I read Snow Angels. I really dug it, Terry. And I depending on the size of the upgrade, if it's like ginormous, then I might upgrade from the trades. Rick Remender. Yep. Gary Leach and Kevin O'Neill both hit me hard this year. Rest in pencils, gentlemen.
Kevin Conroy. That hurt.
Kevin Conroy. Yeah,
hurt, man.
That and the Green Ranger. Yep. I think that was an equal outpouring of emotion from your generation.
Oh my God. And then just the sad way that he went out is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
Robin and Batman was a solid book. Good. Rick Ray has good taste. That's good to know.
Did you read that Batman 89 book?
No, I haven't, but I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
I've heard that. I think you told me that you thought it was good.
Yeah,
Batman 89.
First 2 issues. It was solid. I need to finish it.
Okay. Yeah, true graphic novel fan is with you. A lot of people really hurt over that. You're welcome, Terry. Wait a sec. McFarlane showed up in a robe. Okay, I think we better YouTube this debate and where it was, and it's hilarious. I really want to see it now. I haven't read it yet, Super Laugh, and Lou started it and didn't dig it.
Yeah.
I am going to get the hardcover of it because that's one of the books that and Ascender are 2 books that I just never touched, so I could get the deluxes. I've heard a lot of good things about Department of Truth, but I've also paid attention to Lou not liking it. That's a big deal. He loved Something's Killing the Children, but not Department of Truth.
Yeah, that's a book that I've always meant to come back to because everybody tells me, you got to stick with it. It gets better as it goes. I just didn't fall in love with the first 3 issues, but I will come back to it and give it another shot.
That's always a good question. Like how long do you give a book in collected format, or a book that's had like 12 or 15 issues or longer? How long do you give it before you bail on it?
I give it 3 or 4 issues, typically. I think by 3 or 4 issues, you should be able to, for the most part, to establish a pretty solid through line of what this book is, what more or less the story is going to be. You're obviously not going to give away all your surprises in the first 3 or 4 issues because then it's a boring book.
Yeah.
Later on. But you should at least give me characters that I care about and a good understanding of, okay, this is the general idea of what we're dealing with. And if I don't feel it, then I don't feel it.
Right. Department of Truth is still going strong, 22 issues, lulled for a bit around the 3rd volume, but the newest arc is the best one yet, in my opinion. I love the vibe. Reminds me of Brought to Light and Bill What's-His-Name. I don't know either of what you're speaking of.
I don't know either, man.
Especially Bill What's-His-Name. That could be anybody.
It can be. It can be.
I give something at least 60 issues. Oh, and here's the Todd McFarlane, Peter David debate, 1993. Okay, thank you, James. Yeah, this is back before the internet, and I got all my news through a weekly newspaper.
This was the Wizard magazine era. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gabe will be on. I think Gabe will be on a little bit later. He still collects those old Wizard magazines. He goes through them and everything, which is pretty cool because you could read a whole bunch of interviews and stuff like that with creators that have now become legendary.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to see what their perspective was on things back then.
Looks like Snow Angels Deluxe is exactly the same amount of pages as the 2 trade paperbacks. Well, that's good. Bill Sienkiewicz. Brought to Light. I'm still not familiar with that comic. Here is Rodimus Prime Rib acknowledging that I am the leading Hispanic voice in the comic community with his test of my Espanol. Buenas noches, Omni Hermanos. Yes, has Just has comido alcapurria o bacalaitos. Alcapurria o bacalaitos. Just would you eat? Isn't that would you eat or have you eaten? Alcapurria and bacalaitos? What are those?
Let me see the translation. It is Buenas noches, Omni hermanos. Just ha comido alcapurria o bacalaitos. Bacalaitos is basically like a fried fish. At least that's what it is in Puerto Rico. And alcapurria, I'm forgetting it right now because I'm just sleep deprived from a child, and I don't recall what it is right now.
Are you asking if I've eaten those things, Rodimus? For the benefit of the audience, I know the answer, but just for the benefit of the audience. Okay. William Lee was right. Brought to light was Alan Moore, Frank Miller, Bill Sienkiewicz, if my memory serves me well. It's never been reprinted. Brought to light. I've never even heard of it. That's three pretty big creators back in the day, certainly.
Hey, here's a question for you, because I was just kind of thinking based on all the stuff we've gotten in the chat. What's a writer or an artist that is legendary that for whatever reason you just could not connect with their work? Just doesn't do it for you.
Okay, a writer whose work Kirkman. I haven't been able to connect with most of his work. I liked Firepower, but I've hated everything else except for Invincible, which I still haven't finished. I think Kirkman's the most glaring example of that. Who else? I pretty much like a lot of writers. I can't think of any famous writers that I dislike besides Kirkman.
Okay.
I know the list is long for some people. They don't like this, they don't like that. I'm just looking at a lot of my books to see. How about you?
This one is kind of easy for me. James Robinson.
Oh, wow. Have you read something besides Starman?
Actually, let me look through his catalog. No, I haven't read.
Scarlet Witch was really good.
I haven't read that. I need to give that a shot. It's not. I don't dislike James Robinson. I've never read almost anything of his that I'm like, man, that was awesome. Which I know is a glaring thing. No, you know what? I take it back. I have read something of his that I enjoyed. I enjoyed his New 52 run of JSA. That was good.
Okay.
I thought that was really good.
JSA, was that the Earth 2 stuff, or was there a JSA James Robinson book?
That's the Earth 2 stuff.
It's the Earth 2 stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
with Huntress and Power Girl?
Yeah, that stuff I really did.
Okay, yeah. James Robinson's Golden Age was really good. I think you'd like Scarlet Witch not only because is the story good, and but the paneling and art is really good. The paneling is very interesting throughout the whole run. Yeah, it's really neat. Let's see. Raphael says Grant Morrison for me is more miss than hits. Yeah, I have a copy of The Filth and The Invisibles and Nameless that I've sold before. They're not here anymore. Yeah. Oh, it's modern Frank Miller. Oh, ugh. Brought to Light was Moore and Sienkiewicz, and the other story in that album was Tom Yates and Do Not Remember the Writer, published by Eclipse.
I got another one.
Okay.
This one should come as no surprise to our longtime fans. Chris Ware. I had a fiery hatred for Chris Ware for the longest time in the early days of this show. Now it's more like a smoldering ember than a fiery hatred. I don't get it. I really don't. I've tried. There was like a whole box full of stuff that he just shoved from his drawer into it. There was a building story.
Building stories,
Yeah, where he just shoved a bunch of random crap in there that was like in his drawer or something, and he called it art. And people bought it up because, hey, if you stare at the pretty painting that looks like a circle, it's beautiful art. I've tried. Jimmy Corrigan couldn't do it. I could not do it. Building stories, come on. Look at me. Do I look like somebody that reads the New Yorker? Which really that's where a lot of his stuff is, where it's like the New Yorker, it's a prestigious thing, whereas
not to be too contrarian, but I'm not a big fan of Jeff Johns. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion.
No, it's fine.
Mike Allred for me. What?
I don't get that.
Jimmy Corrigan is a masterpiece. Holy guacamole.
Can we ban him?
Just a little, for when you're ready to pivot to comic film news, your thoughts on James Gunn broadcasting on Twitter today that he and Safran will be course correcting the DCEU's direction to build up to some sort of Kingdom Come adaptation.
I'd love it.
I did see that.
Yeah, I'd love it. I don't think we're anywhere close to doing Kingdom Come, but I love it.
Yeah, that's like 10 years away.
Yeah, you just don't jump into Kingdom Come. There's a lot that needs to be built up there. Although the commentary over the Snyder Bros' love for violence would fit beautifully in Kingdom Come's story when you think about it.
The Snyder Bros?
Yeah,
the bros who love Snyder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Kingdom Come, when you break it down, my understanding of it, it's been a long time since I've read it. Kingdom Come really is a commentary on basically the losing sight of what these heroes actually were, because in the 90s you had a whole swath of new heroes that were coming in and they were more violent and badass and like action heavy and stuff like that. And Mark Waid was basically saying it's not really what these heroes are meant to be. That's not what these guys should be. And when you look at what Darwin Cook even went on to say, where Darwin Cook even said, you're writing these comics now for 50 to 60-year-old men who live in their mom's basement, I'm paraphrasing, and want these action-heavy stories, and you're losing your younger audience in the process of it, because if you can't write an all-ages Superman book, something is wrong with your writing. And I was like, I kind of agree with that.
That's a good point. It's a really good point. Rick Ray's not a fan of Jeff Johns either. I am not paying attention to any World Cup talk. Sorry. Peace and love. Peace and love. I'm sleepy enough as it is. Hayden says, sorry I'm late, but hope you're both doing well. You wonderful, badass people. Hayden, you're the wonderful, badass person.
So if the U.S. wins the World Cup, we call it soccer, right? Like we get that privilege now. If we win, I think that's how that works. We're just taking over that sport like we do everything else.
That'd be so funny. I doubt I would even read the article about it. And I know it seems like we've got nothing but soccer loving fans in this chat right now. Mostly this looks like a Alcapurius is a deep fried plantain tamale.
There you
go. That sounds good. Oh, what is on your Christmas list this year? I actually have a comic related something on my Christmas list.
What you got?
Neverlanders by Tom Taylor.
Okay.
It's like an all ages book, and it takes place in the Peter Pan universe. But it's not very expensive. I think it got recommended by my friend from Sweden, Mark Spector, Jake Lockley. I feel like he recommended that to me. And so I put it on. It's not an expensive book. I just put it on my Amazon wish list for my wife and daughter.
Cool, man.
But it sounded good. I mean, Tom Taylor and Peter Pan type thing. That I'm ready for that.
You can't go wrong with Tom Taylor these days. Honestly.
No, not at all. Do you have anything on your Christmas list?
This year, not really. The wife and I kind of agreed that we weren't going to do too much. I'm still going to get her something small.
You just did get her something small.
Yeah, with a lifetime commitment to it. Just because, we've got the kid. She was born a week ago, so we're kind of. She's not working. I'm the only one bringing money into the house right now, and so it's kind of like, yeah, we're a little stretched thin. That's all.
I get that. If the U.S. wins the World Cup, you get to keep James Corden. If you lose the World Cup, you have to keep James Corden.
Ugh.
So he can yell at all the servers in our restaurants?
I can't stand that guy. Compromise. How about we just throw him in the Atlantic and let God do with what he wants to
do? Nope, that's Soccer Talk. You guys a fan of Brubaker's Catwoman run? Yes. I'm reading that currently, and it's great. Didn't think it'd feel so much like his other crime stuff. Natural Bridge, if you'd like, I have an overview and review of that book, Catwoman of East End, in my deep, deep library, and I expect James Abel will come up with the link within 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I also recommend, if you enjoy that, read Gotham Central. If you haven't, Gotham Central is so good.
Good suggestion.
It's fantastic. And is the omnibus out of print, or is that still?
I'm pretty sure it's being reprinted if it hasn't already been reprinted.
Yeah, you guys owe it to yourself out there if you're listening to this, and if you've never read it, it's Ed Brubaker, Greg Rucka. I mean, what else do you need to know? That this was at the height of their prowess.
Yeah, one of them took the day shift and the other took the night shift, and it's pretty much perfection. I can't think. I'd like to know if somebody didn't like it, what their argument was. There it is. Whoa, less than 5 minutes. That was like a minute.
Dude's
Thank
on
you,
it,
buddy.
Dude is on it.
He is. Natural Bridge. You can go right to this link and see my Catwoman of East End, Omnidog of East End Omnibus overview. Thanks, James. There you go.
There you go.
I just reread Kingdom Come for the first time since it came out. I think it will be the same time span until I read it again. And for your information, I do not live in my parents' basement. All right, that's fair.
It's fair.
I live in this basement, but it's my wife's basement. Here's Lionheart. What up, buddy?
What's up, bud?
Saying 2 by Marvel Masterworks, 24 Fantastic Four, but What now?
I don't know.
Okay, wait. Maybe I missed something ahead of time. No, the previous thing was World Cup, and I ignored it. Saying 2 by Marvel, but I'm not sure what you're saying there, Terry. Try again in a minute. Sorry, I was giving the kids their baths. Bacalito a deep fried fish cake, a la capura, just like they said earlier.
Yep.
William Lee says, if you don't like Catwoman of East End or Gotham Central, please unsubscribe from Omnibus Network. Kind of agree. Yeah, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, I really don't know. Even though I think Fatale is the best thing Brubaker's written. But I love horror. Horror is my baby, so.
Yeah. It's hard to argue. Oh, I'm not going to argue. Everybody has their favorite Brubaker book. Mine is The Fade Out.
God, The Fade Out was so good. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's my personal favorite, but I love everything that he's done.
God. The Fade Out is such a beautiful homage to that classic Hollywood era with a crime stuff. Oh, my God. That was... I don't think it's up there. It might be my second. It's like right there. And I don't think Brubaker's ever hit that high again for me. Nothing is it, and it's nothing against his work because he's a brilliant writer. But It's like you hit a grand slam, and every single time after that, you just hit a home run. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Good analogy. Okay. Fantastic Four Volume 2 coming out by Byrne. Wait, should I wait? Byrne. Terry, what are you saying? Fantastic Four Volume 2 coming out. Should I wait? Byrne. Is it Byrne's Fantastic Four Volume 2? Should you wait for it? What I don't have an opinion on Fantastic Four by John Byrne because I haven't read it yet. So if that's what you're asking me, I don't know. I'm sorry. James says, Jess, have you read Reckless Follow Me Down yet? It's up on my immediate read pile. It's right by my chair. And I have been moving boxes, packing boxes, and moving them over to the new place every day. I am so exhausted. I haven't had a chance to read anything, but it's right there. I know it's not going to take me more than 45 minutes to read.
Nice.
But if I'm sitting down, I feel guilty. Like I should be packing stuff up.
How long do you expect before the Omni Cave is built again? Omni Cave 2.0.
I think it starts getting set up January 3rd. That's when everything moves over there. No, probably January 4th. Once the shelves are in place, January 3rd, then I can start setting everything up.
Nice. That's awesome.
And Patty has it all drawn out already, which is so cool of her.
That's cool.
But James, yeah, I'm going to try and read it as soon as I can. I know it won't take long. I just haven't had the chance. Bacalitos are fire.
Bacalito is good.
Sofrito, bro.
Sofrito is also very good.
What is sofrito?
It's kind of like a seasoning and spices and stuff like that, and what we use when we cook, like a paste. But it's good. It's good stuff.
Okay. Rodimus using English this time. Does Ascender and Descender deserve a buy? I've never read any of it.
I will be back in 1 second. Gonna check on the baby and the wife real quick.
Okay. I have read Descender and loved it. I haven't read Ascender, but I just bought it from our fabulous sponsor, InStockTrades.com. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend Descender or Ascender. I don't see why Descender would be great and then Ascender would blow, but read Descender first. It was really, really, really good. I think it's a very strong Lemire book. I'm just assuming Ascender is going to be just as good. I haven't heard anybody rip it apart yet. I don't go onto social media much, but people send me messages through Facebook, like, "What have you read? I've been reading this," and nobody said Ascender's bad. So I would encourage you to at least first get Descender, and if you liked it, then I would get Ascender. Jess, any chance of a statue toy live stream? Charles, I'm trying. I've been meaning to, with my friend from Puerto Rico, Freddie, to set up a live toy unboxing for these boxes here, which are still sitting here. It's been like 6 weeks. And I keep wanting to do a unboxing with him, but I just haven't found the time. And now that we're getting down to the wire, this is our last month to move. I am really starting to, I'm not panicking, but I'm starting to move with purpose because I got to get everything over there. So I hope so. If not before the move, then definitely after the move, sometime in January.
Jess, I'm here. I'm just holding my newborn child because she refuses to go to sleep right now.
Oh, okay. Natural Bridge says Rodimus absolutely on Ascender and Descender. Rodimus says Sleeper and Criminal are great. He is correct. Okay, this looks like the full question. Should I wait to get Fantastic Four 2 Omnibus by Byrne because Marvel Masterworks 24 has got the same stuff? Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be up to you. Marvel Masterworks stuff is all completely redone, not recolored, but it's reshot. The files are completely up to date and beautiful. They don't always use the same master copies, negatives, whatever you want to call them. I'm sure you guys out there can give me a better restoration plates, whatever they are. Masterworks are expensive because they put so much time and energy into restoring those original pages to their beautiful glory. But they don't always do that for the omnibus. So I personally, if you're really looking for the best experience and you don't care about oversized art, the best art is going to be in the Marvel Masterworks. Story will be the same, but that's my opinion on that. Jess, do you think IST will get around to pre-ordering books? I don't think so. They have Tales of Wonder for that. That's like right next door to them. And by next door, I mean, I think they share a warehouse space. So I think they feel like they have the pre-order market covered with Tales of Wonder. So I don't see that.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of, like you said, they don't need it. Why? You know, why go through the extra expense and stuff when they don't really need to?
Yeah, well, they have a retailer that's owned by them right next door that does it.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch, we'll all get a letter from Emily tomorrow saying, IST is now offering pre-orders. I also loved Killer Be Killed. That was great.
Killer Be Killed was fantastic.
Oh, Outlaw Southpaw. I'm here today once again asking for a playlist from OmniDog to drop. I definitely want to do that, and that won't take as much time as reading. I don't have a pen, but I do have about 8 notes around here that said make your playlist. Yeah, I'll try and do that. I really will try and do that before Christmas. Thank you for your support, Outlaw. I appreciate that. Sasmurf has a different opinion. If you want the complete John Byrne run, get the Omnis. Will be years before they finish the run in Masterworks. That's a good point. Our new place is much smaller, so we're having to purge a lot of stuff.
Jess, I think we have successfully bored my newborn child into falling asleep right now with our conversation.
She just needs to listen to us, and she's falls dead asleep.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, by the way, guys.
Oh, I wish it were true. I wanted her to go to sleep for you.
Oh, no, she's knocked out. She's falling asleep with me. The new thing is she won't fall asleep for my wife, but I pick her up, and in 5 minutes, she's out.
Oh, it's your superpower.
I don't know what the deal is. You want me to read you Chris Ware stories, sweetie?
Read Astonishing Wolfman to her. Incognito is also very good. I agree. Catwoman East End Omnibus sold out twice on IST. I think that is an indication to pick it up. 2 thumbs up, says Lionheart. I would, if that means that it's going out of print. You don't want to get caught really wanting it and having to pay extra for it. Lars says, having been a huge Marvel fan in the 70s and the first half of the 80s, now I find most of the publishers' output is less than interesting. Am I going back in time, or did I just answer that? I think I just answered that. Next Imaginaut 1/2. If the Byrne FF Omni Volume 2 reprint has already been announced, etc., the only ostensible difference between it and the first printing will be a lighter build and cosmetic differences, i.e. new spine. He went through a third paragraph. New images on front and back. Marvel opted to hold off on giving them the MMW remasters until those could all be published. Ergo, the remastered Omnis probably won't drop for another 5+ years. That's good analysis. Thank you. Lars is saying Ascender is brilliant. Nice. I am saying purchase Superman and Batman Omnibus 2 because I found $78. Cheap is good Omnibus 2. Buy it, Jess. I'm stopping on Superman and Batman Omni 1. That is the one with all the great stories to me. The Jeff Loeb, Michael Turner stuff, and other famous artists. Peace and love. If you enjoy number 2, let me know about it because I just stopped on 1. DCBS as well, I pre-order from. Whoop. Talk about manga and soccer. That baby will go into a deep sleep. Catwoman of East End in the question volume 1 are my 2 favorite DC Omnis put out this year. Rick Ray, you have impeccable taste.
Ugh.
Well, gonna order Ascender as Descender is awaiting. Oh, Descender's out of print? I didn't know that. Well, I don't read Ascender first because Descender's the predecessor to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to inform the run. So you need to have Descender read, but you better get Ascender I'm going to confuse myself. You better get Ascender if Descender went out of print because that means possibly Ascender will too.
Yeah.
It's certainly awesome though.
It's one of the few Brubaker Lemire books that I have not read. I haven't read either one yet so far. Beautiful art though.
Yeah, was that Dustin Wynn?
Mm-hmm.
My introduction to Brubaker was a short story, An Accidental Death in Dark Horse Presents, drawn by the great Eric Schanauer.
Wow.
I have those in Dark Horse Presents magazine form because I think it's been collected, but I never found it, and so I just bought the Dark Horse books. JG, hello. Lionheart, Lou, congratulations to you and your family.
Thank you.
Rick Ray is agreeing. Eric Schanauer is so talented. An Accidental Death was really well done. Yes, gonna stare at Ascender on the shelf as I await the reprints of Descender. Yeah, that's the way it goes in this game.
It'll get there soon, pal.
Especially if Ascender does well.
What's the most you've ever paid for an out-of-print book?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I never paid anything for an out-of-print book.
Wow, really? Man.
If I did, okay, wait, let me back that up because let's see. 2016 Free Comic Book Day. I visited, I couldn't even tell you where it is. It probably doesn't exist now because I feel like I went through the land of Fae, like a fairyland to get there. I went through all this. It was up near Baltimore, and I went through all this backwoods, really nice drive to get there. I'm like, gee, this area is really nice. And then there was the comic store.
Was it Montana? Because I've been watching Yellowstone lately, and I'm like, geez, that looks like that.
And I can't find my way back there. I have no idea what the name was. I don't even know how I got there. But they said half off all books, all collected editions. And that was at the time that I'm trying to think. I got 3 whales there, and I got them for cover price because they had been marked up to like $250.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the guy behind the counter, he was a young guy and not the owner. So I may have pulled a fast one on him because I feel like it was the Punisher Garth Ennis book.
Okay.
What was another whale back then? It was 2 big whales, and then I think Fantastic Four #1 that I didn't have. What was the other whale? But those, I paid cover price for those, but they were listed at like $250 a piece. So it's possible I paid $125 for $100 book, but I was pretty happy to see those books.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all, man.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no. I wouldn't want to be paying $300 for the Mighty Thor Volume 1 or something.
So for me, this was at the height of the Annihilation craze, where everybody was trying to get that book. I bit the bullet and I bought it for like $350 at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I bit the bullet hard. I bought it for $350 at the time, and that wasn't even the most you could pay for that book. $350, $200 to $350 was considered a good-ish price on the reprint market, because that book was going for about $500, $600 at the time.
Whoa!
If I remember right, it was a very pricey book at the time.
Yeah, it got expensive for a while.
Yeah. And I remember nobody wanted Conquest, so that was on the bargain bin for a lot of people, because Conquest came much later after Annihilation, and it was in print for a while. You could get Conquest for cheap, but nobody wanted it because you couldn't get Annihilation. So
Right.
It didn't make sense for a lot of people.
Right. And I thought Annihilation Conquest was a better story than Annihilation.
I did too.
And then the next book, Darkhawk, broke me, and I sold the whole thing. Now this is just slander. Is it slander or libel? I think slander is verbal, so this is slander. But it's in print, so it's both. Book that I'm looking forward to is Home to Stay, EC Stories by Bradbury. I just need DD by Wade Volume 2. Oh yeah, I've been reading recently that OHC has gotten crazy. Here's a question for you from James.
What's up? Any update on your journey through all of Grey's Anatomy? Maybe where did we stop at Grey's Anatomy? We stopped at season 8.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You've made some progress.
Yes, I have fallen down the Meredith Grey rabbit hole, the McDreamy rabbit hole, and I am enjoying the show. So
that's awesome.
It's a quality show. Yes. It's kind of like a soap opera, but I'm invested. I am very invested in these characters.
Oh, I get it. I'm not judging you.
It's just your daughter watches it, doesn't she?
She's a huge Shonda Rhimes fan and will watch anything that woman produces. And she's watched all the seasons 18 times.
My wife is on. How many times have you watched the seasons? Probably 4 or 5. About 3 or 4 times she's watched everything of Grey's Anatomy.
Wow.
And these are not short seasons, folks.
No, they're not.
These are like 24 episode seasons.
Yeah, these are regular TV seasons. Not like the Netflix 6 seasons or Disney Plus 6 seasons, 6 episodes. Trade paperback and single issues. Wade Volume 2 is my only whale, but I refuse to pay overcover for something Marvel will likely reprint.
Yeah.
I don't know that they reprint OHCs and Omnis. Their tactic is to release complete collections next. That's what they did with Lemire's Moon Knight, and then I think that complete collection sold out. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the next Daredevil thing by Wade be a complete collection, unless they reprint the Omni. But I don't know if the Omni's in short supply or not. Matthew remembers the Annihilation hype was nuts. Both. Lou, you don't have to worry until you get hooked on the spin-offs. Yeah, there's spin-offs. There's what's that? That one woman has a spin-off show. I can't think of the name of it. I can see her, what she looks like, but I can't think of the name of it. Yeah, there are spin-off shows. Have you ever watched ER?
No, ER is before my time. George Clooney was on ER for a while.
He was great. I watched all the episodes of ER. I even saw Ming Na in ER.
Yeah, ER was around for a long time.
Season 6 premiere messed me up. Poor George.
O'Malley's death. Oh my god, that messed me up so hard.
Oh, is this still Grey's Anatomy?
It's Grey's Anatomy. O'Malley's death, because I'm like, okay, maybe there's still hope. No, he's dead. I'm like, oh, jeez. That was a tough one to swallow.
I'll forget about it by the time I start watching. So you didn't spoil it for me. Oh, you're talking about the Wade Omnibus. I thought you were talking about the OHC. Oh, they'll probably reprint that Omnibus. You don't have to worry. Oh, Private Practice. That was it. Station 29. I don't know that one.
Station 29. Yeah, Station 29 is the new spinoff where it's about the firefighters, and they kind of cross over sometimes with Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, okay.
I told you I'm all in. But this is a rabbit hole. My wife dragged me down, and I am all in on this.
Is Guiding Light still on TV?
Holy crap.
I'm old enough to remember that. My mom's favorite was Days of Our Lives.
Why don't you just say The Honeymooners? Why don't you reach that far back? Huh? The Honeymooners was a classic TV show. It's still funny today.
I agree.
You could watch some of those episodes and still laugh.
Yeah. Let's see. We're good for what? About another 10 minutes? Can you do?
Yeah, sure.
I'll give our sponsor another plug. Let's see. Where does Geo have the there's so much stuff here. I like that one. While I look for the other ones.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good
one. Savage Dragon. Whatever. What? How? Okay, here we go. InStockTrades.com, where you can find your collected editions, sometimes up to 65% off. They have good books this week that are 50% off. 2% extra loyalty discount gets tacked onto that if you're a frequent buyer. $50 gift certificate given away at the end of the month, worth $50 credit at InStockTrades.com. $50 or more in an order will get you free shipping in the US of A. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. I still haven't found that stupid other, well, don't want to say stupid, but that other, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking for that.
There it is.
Looking for that other IST.
Are those Persol glasses, Jess? Because those are nice.
I think at the time those were Varnays.
They're beautiful glasses. They look good, man.
Thank you. Whoop. Chat. I forgot. Bold and the Beautiful. Great show.
Did you ever fall down the rabbit hole of daytime soap operas? Like Young and the Restless, all that stuff?
This is the one I watched. James is right. Dark Shadows. I raced home from school because it was on at 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And that theme song still gives me the chills from Dark Shadows. Yeah. Barnabas Collins as the eternal vampire. And there were, it was great.
Yeah, they tried to remake it again a few years ago with Tim Burton and Johnny Depp, and I heard it wasn't that great.
Oh boy, I mean, I could probably watch it now and I'd go, there's nothing happening here. What was I so afraid of? There's nothing going on.
Yeah, the classic one that everybody always tells me is you need to watch MASH. I've just never watched it.
Oh, MASH?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I love that show. Absolutely loved it. That's one of the DVDs I had to give away because Patty said, it's streaming somewhere. And I'm like, ugh. I might go into that pile and sneak it back out. Let's see. This is for Lou. Lou, I completely forgot until yesterday that there was a Blade Runner animated series that debuted last year. Blade Runner Black Lotus. Did you happen to watch it? And if so, any good?
No, Blade Runner is such a special thing to me, and I heard the Black Lotus wasn't that good. I don't want to ruin Blade Runner for myself, so I think they're working on a TV show for Blade Runner for HBO. I think I heard that. I'm cautiously optimistic because I think they might be trying to come back to the well one too many times because they lucked out that they did Blade Runner 1 and then 2049 like 30 years later and or 40 years, something crazy like that, and they pulled it off.
Let's see. Rodimus Prime Rib. Got that X-Men Grand Design and Die Deluxe Edition off the IST Cyber Monday sale. Nice. That X-Men Grand Design sale on IST was so good it made the top sellers list. Nice. Oh, I watched Melrose Place with the sound off. But I watched it all.
So you did watch daytime soap. So you were invested in a few of those, huh?
Well, Melrose Place was on at night.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. Melrose Place was on at night. And I did get involved in some of the storylines.
Uh-huh.
But then when Heather Locklear was supposedly this really ruthless ad executive or something, I was like, I'm not buying this. I can't. I got to turn the sound back off and just see how that whole apartment complex ended up screwing each other and everything. They released Dark Shadows on DVD in a giant coffin box. Cool. Wow. Rising Phoenix. Was that a pic of Jess with sunglasses or Tom Selleck? Thank you, buddy.
That's a very high compliment.
That is.
Compliment.
Oh, yeah. NM's VG Plus condition is going on right now about Willow. Right. Willow? And so he's got VG Plus on his phone and OmniBros on his TV.
That's the show with the little person, right? That's a wizard.
What?
Willow. That's the.
Oh! I thought you were talking about VG Plus. Yeah.
No.
I was gonna go. Oh well, he's not that tall, but I don't know that I'd call him a little person. Yeah, Melrose was after it was a spinoff from 90210, which I watched that with the sound off, and then I watched Charmed with the sound off. I like Charmed a lot, though. Except for what's her name? She was kind of bitchy. The bitchy one. What's her name again? She was bitchy on 90210 and she was bitchy on Charmed.
Not Milano. Not Alyssa Milano.
No, not Alyssa Milano. She was cool. And the other sister was cool, too.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Which, by the way, Alyssa Milano still beautiful as all get out.
I agree.
She's gorgeous.
I'm trying to think. Was Rose McGowan the other one?
I think you're right. I had the biggest crush on Alyssa Milano though from that series.
I can see why.
There was a point where she cut her hair really short, and I was like, "Whoa, she is rocking that look." She was beautiful. She's beautiful. She was a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she is. Shannon Doherty. Thank you. Shannon Doherty. Is Omar a short king? I never heard his height discussion before. I got it mixed up. Willow is about the little person, apparently. I never saw the movie, and I guess this is a series that's on Disney Plus now.
I think Gabe is the tallest out of all of us. Or you're like right there, too, aren't you, Jess?
I'm not as tall as Gabe. I'm like 5'10", but he's like 6'2" or 6'3".
Yeah, Gabe is 6'2", 6'3". Gabe is a big dude, just all around. He's a real big guy.
Oh, Rose McGowan replaced Shannon Doherty. I'm getting my sisters mixed up in Charmed then. I don't know how we got on this topic.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's probably it because I'm exhausted, and I'm sure Lou is too from having a baby.
Yeah.
And I've been moving, and so life is beating us all over the head. The Sandman's beating us over the head with his bags of sand.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lou, where can they find you?
You can find me at Comics Guide 101 on Twitter, while we still have a Twitter, and Comics Guide 101 on YouTube, where you can see an archive of all videos on there. Jess, real quick, did we do the second IST plug? We didn't.
Did we do what? Yeah, we
We
did.
didn't.
I did do it. Yeah, I
I'm
just
so
did
sorry.
do it.
I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. I'm out of it.
It's all right. Oh, yeah, I
Um,
want to see Wednesday. That's supposed to be great.
That's
On Netflix?
That's really good. We enjoyed it. Jess, sorry.
She doesn't blink during her scenes.
Yeah, I heard about that. That they I never caught that, but she did a scene and she never blinked, and they loved it so much that they're like, yeah, let's keep that. So she doesn't blink in any of her scenes.
Yeah, that's amazing. That it adds so much to it. I can't wait to see that.
Where can they find you, Jess?
OmniDogs Vault on YouTube and OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram.
Tasty melon. I like that one, man.
Glad we could see how Elon did as the boss of Twitter before we followed him to Mars. Okay, so everybody, thank you for joining. Peace and love. Peace and love. We genuinely appreciate the chat. You guys were great tonight. We appreciate IST. I appreciate my co-host. I appreciate everything. Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you for watching. And tomorrow night is the manga show. Right on. Like and comment. Hit the like button.
Oh. Good night, everybody.
Good night.